Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special. What is it today? Today is Sunday, so welcome to Sunday, special afternoon session. I'm coming back on to finish out some donations and to complete all the free readings. Did not get to any in the morning session. You'll notice there's no chat in this session because I'm not taking any new requests. I'm just going to complete all the many free readings that I had this morning. So we're going to be on for a little bit. Sorry for the delay in coming back on. My praying mantis session ran long, and then I ate, and then I just needed to rest a little bit to have a lot of energy for this session. It's going to be a couple of hours, I'm sure. So thanks for your patience in getting to these. After I'm done, I will complete a comment listing the order in which all of the readings were completed, and that way you can find your reading much more easily as well. I'm going to switch over to the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, and because I'm wanted to switch up some new energy for this reading session. So let me give these a quick shuffle. And let's see what we got going on here. So I've got 3 donations first, and Infinity, you are up first. So I saw that you had a free reading request, and so I'm going to put those both together. Do your reading, your in-depth reading first, and then the 2-card free reading, and then that way you don't have to go searching for the other one. They'll just be following each other. So we'll start there. So thank you for your donation. First of all, I appreciate that. And you asked, you've been waiting or wanting to reach out to L. Would it do any good? Will you reconnect at some point? All right, let's take a look here. So you've been waiting to reach out. Would it do any good to reach out? Okay, we'll do that here. And then this is for your second part. All right. And that one too. All right. So, so sorry. I ate, and now I'm phlegmy, and we have these thunderstorms coming in. So I apologize for clearing my throat so much. It'll go away here in a sec. So overall, the energy on the bottom of the deck, you do have the 4 of Cups that's coming in here, right? And the 4 of Cups is about, that these external relationships, they won't bring us the fulfillment that we're looking for. And they just want to have that just as I know you know that. They just want to remind that before we go into the different, the answers to the 2 questions, because, for us to find emotional stability and to find love, it starts inward and upward. Because if we're looking for someone to fulfill our emotional needs, they're going to fall short 100%. They might be able to hit little things here and there, but consistency and long-term fulfillment of it doesn't happen. What we're searching for is our unconditional love in our own hearts, right? But once we fill up, that's what this Ace of Cups is the chalice, the Holy Grail that offers us that inner love. That is what, is the fulfilling piece. And then once we fill up, then when people give us love, it's above and beyond extra. So it moves from a place of lacking to a place of abundance, right? So that's what we have there. Would it do any good to reach out? With these 2 cards, I don't feel so. You got the Strength card, which is your human connecting with your higher self. The Judgment card, your higher self, calling your human self to a higher place. So I don't feel like it's going to do any difference, because for them, like, you've been working on your self-love and raising your self-worth and that vibration. But if they're not doing any of that and they're not changing, then they're going to keep doing what they've always done and keep giving you what they've been giving. Because if they don't have that self-love, if they don't have it for themselves, they can't give it to anyone else, right? If we love ourselves this much, that's all I can offer. And that's why I feel they're at here. I just don't feel like they're in that place. Will you guys reconnect at some point? I don't well, if they would do that, there's a possibility because you've got this. If they, with this magician card and the Nine of Swords, if they face their fears and looked at those things, if they, as the high priestess, like you've been doing, step back, connect higher, go behind the veil, dive deep into their emotions, then they could balance things out and that there could be that opportunity. If, and your spirit guides are so funny, they're like big if. And so I wouldn't hold your breath for it, in other words, from what your spirit guides are saying. It just doesn't feel like, you know, that it's in their wheelhouse to do that inner work. And so no matter what you would do, they would still act the same and only be able to give you what they're able to give. And with you turning inward and upward, what we put up with becomes smaller and smaller and smaller too. Before, when we're searching for love in the outside world and we're like, I need you to give me everything, I'll put up with a whole lot, hoping you're going to give me what I think you can give me. But if you can't give me any, what I'm looking for, very little of what I'm looking for, and I'm finding it from within, I'm like, well, I don't need to go to these depths of everything and put up with so much. I'm like, I can take it or leave it. And we tend to start being able to leave it more often, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in for you for that one, Infinity. So uh, I know, but that just, it's good. It's always happening for us, when people are moved out of our lives or step out of our lives, it is for us, right? And then we can glean and look at, what did I learn about myself in this, so that I don't draw in the exact duplicate that's going to end the same way. We start looking at, all right, so this is what I learned about me. And so I make changes and I raise my vibration, I draw in something higher. If that doesn't work out, I learn, I go higher. And eventually we're at a place where we either don't care if we have a relationship or not, or we draw in amazing relationships. So that's what unfolds there. All right, so that's for your donation. Now for your free reading, you wanted advice, messages from Spirit about H and G. All right, let's see what advice Spirit has here. Advice. All right. What else? These. Okay. Alrighty. So you do have the Ace of Pentacles. Now there's this, kind of a dual message that comes with this for you. Because the Ace of Pentacles is about discovering a new way of looking at our worth in relationship to the outside world, right? And it's you're learning that you're priceless because you're finding this definition of yourself, your self-worth here. Retail price here, end up on the Kmart clearance rack, right? The blue light special. And it's like, okay, I'm defining myself differently. This brings different opportunities opening up in the outside world. Like I was talking about, this is with all relationships. The more we raise our low vibration, we stop attracting the lower vibrational experiences, relationships, and individuals. We start drawing in new, higher stuff. So I feel like you have stuff dropping off, and you're like, what's happening? But it's creating this space within you for higher vibrational type of experiences, relationships, and people to come into your life. That's why I feel like this Queen of Swords here is the balancing of the head and the heart, and it's bringing in a lot of clarity, a lot of change. And you can see here, her hand is open, like inviting, like with higher knowledge, I'm open to receiving different things. And on the same type of um, energies, You have the Five of Wands, the conflict and the transformation of your energy from lower vibration to higher vibration is what's represented here. And here's you going to this higher level with the Page of Cups, a higher level of love, a higher vibration, which the Three of Wands is you taking different, different avenues, different an off ramp off the, highway that you've been on. Apologies. Um, which I like, because it's like we're talking about before, it's just like every area of your life with job, with relationships, lovers, family, friends, workmates, um, you know, like I said, job, what you want with education, what you want about your body, your possessions, your finances. All of that alters and changes as we raise our love vibration because we start seeing the world so differently. Because we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. And as we change and evolve and transform, our world changes and transforms. And it's like a butterfly, right? They eat leaves, eat, and crawl. When you transform into a butterfly, you seek nectar, not eating leaves. Your appetite changes for life, and you're able to fly and flutter and go to great distances you never would have gone as a caterpillar. And so this is what is happening. And so your desires are changing, things are falling away, friendships, situations are falling away, but they're because they don't serve you anymore. They're not met. Your vibration isn't matching those anymore. And it's a good thing. It's a positive thing. It's an evolutionary thing that comes in. So I like all that for you. It feels very positive. Um, so I feel like overall they're saying here is that with H and G, I just feel like there's some things that are falling away as well. It's just like, okay, it's not the importance of them is not there. It's like it's just drifting. It's allowed to drift away because it's not this draw anymore. You're being drawn into other things. So I'm excited for you. It does feel, yeah. Your spirit guides are hilarious because like you're the possibilities are infinity to infinity and beyond, right? All right. But that's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. They are funny. All right. So thank you again for your donations. I really appreciate you. All right. And then MMC, you are up next. And as I did for Infinity, I saw your free question, so we'll do your donation. And then I'll also put your free one right after it so that you don't have to go hunting for it. They're just really conveniently right next to one another. All right. So, and thank you for your donation. You want a general for tomorrow for work. All right. Let's take a look here. So a general for tomorrow for work. What would they like you to know here? All right. So you've got 3 cards and then 2 cards, 1 card. So there's a countdown for some stuff for tomorrow. And it does appear here. Let's take a look here. What do we have with all this here? Okay. Yeah, it does feel here. You got the 7 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, which is your overall energy of the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And there's a lot of movement here. I just feel like you're getting fruit, like you're getting reward or you're getting, the fruit of your labor, right? But it's just this is usually the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, but there's also you get the fruit and you're like, ugh, is this really what I want? It feels empty. It doesn't feel like it's bringing you what you want here. And I just feel here you got the 8 of Pentacles, which has to do with schooling or additional training or the pursuit of some sort of certification. It is a movement type of card, But, with the Fool card, which is a ending of old cycles, beginning of a completely new adventure, and the Four of Cups, which is the board with what you have, and that there's this new desire, like you're being drawn to a new kind of passion or a new interest, like your heart wants to go do something else. Don't feel like your heart is in what you're doing. It just feels empty. Even though maybe you get some good money, maybe you get this, that, and you're just like, just I wake up and I'm like, God, I gotta go to work today. Instead of like, I can't wait to go. There is that type of thing. I feel like that's waiting for you here. Because with that full card, I do feel like you're ready to start a new adventure, a new position, try to go to a different area in your current work or a completely different career or employment. Because you have the Queen of Swords, balancing of the head and the heart, which we can get into our head so much, but if our heart isn't happy, we're not happy. Six of Swords is leaving behind old ways of thinking and movement to new ways of thinking, movement across water. If you're looking at an interest of going overseas or pursuing something over water, that's supported here too. But there's that movement, right? You got this movement. It's all these eight, these fours, these sixes, and then this eight again, which is walking away from emotions and things that don't serve you to head towards a dream. So I feel here like the general for work tomorrow is like you're just like, yeah. And you're starting to think about what would I want to do if I could do whatever I wanted to do. If it requires schooling, it's very supported here, or any kind of additional education. But it's very supported. But this is about, getting out of the head of the, you know, checking off all the stuff that just to get up to zero, right? You have all this, the mind goes, this is what you have to do. And you're like working just to get to ground zero. When you go from your heart, there's no expectations. And it's like, wow, I can't wait to go do this kind of thing. And that's what I feel is coming in there for you. So that's what they have for you, MMC. I just feel like there's something more coming in there for you. And so your free reading is, will you travel soon? With that Six of Swords going over water, I feel like you do travel soon. And I feel like you're going to plan a vacation, but I kind of almost feel like you're going to go job searching. But let's take a look here. Will you be traveling soon? Let's take a look here. All right. Okay. That's those two. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I do see that here. So, yeah, you definitely, with the Two of Wands on the bottom, I mean, really look at, here's the globe. This is planning. This is looking and making a decision. It's like you hold the world in your hands, and you even have the Two of Pentacles where you're like choosing between two different things in your world here. You've got the Four of Wands. Not the Four of Wands, sorry, the Four of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands. You kind of combine them all together. But the Queen of Wands is following your heart, asking spirit to guide you. They have a strong connection there, but it's also about investing energy and this movement that comes from it. And the Four of Pentacles is home. It's solidity and a solid foundation in the outside world, but there is this energy here of because it's a home card, right? The four is the four walls of the Pentacles world, solid foundation, but it's also, where do I want to live? Where do I want to be? Or returning home. If you can't come from somewhere and you've moved away, this might be a return to home too. So you might, I definitely feel like there's travel. Absolutely, yes. And I feel like it has to do with trying to find new work, and then maybe returning home, or what you feel like home would be, or a change of home. But whatever resonates within those, because sometimes going home is like, but there's like this security and this solidness, and sometimes it's important for us to return home. I know I returned home for a couple years. I went, well, not home. This is what home is. Everyone else moved away. to live all their dreams. And my brother was in the military, so all my family lives everywhere else. They mainly live in northern Idaho now, and then Hawaii, my dad and his wife. But it's like, um, I went and lived a couple years up there, and that was like home because that's where most of the family was. But it allowed me to release some expectations around what I'm supposed to be, what family's supposed to be, and everything, and I get to live my dream too. It was a very revealing. So if that resonates, you could also look into that. But but that's what's coming in for you, MMC. So make some plans because there's some change afoot in your life. All right. So that is what they have. Again, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. And then HTTPS. Thank you for your additional donation. And you wanted to know about your spirit team, whatever they want to share with you, their personalities, how they operate, whatever they can share. All right. I love that. Getting to know uh, your spirit guides really helps us connect to spirit, because I hadn't for a very long time, until it was like last year. And I hadn't even thought, I just connected with spirit and go, we are all one. But there's this spiritual teacher that I went and hung around in one of their groups. And during her session, she talked about, ask who your spirit guides are, get to know them. It helps you get grounded, your human relationship with the higher realms. When it gets to know personalities, it becomes more personal. Makes sense, right? And then immediately, so when I went home, I'm like, all right. So I sat down with a piece of paper and said, all right, I'm so sorry that they don't get offended anyway, but, apologies. I haven't even asked, how rude. But, who are you? Tell me about you guys. And boom, 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 boom. Four came in so fast, and they had like four elements. And you guys are meeting them as in my pilgrimage meditations. The one from last week was one of them, which is a Phoenix collective. It's a collective it's a sub collective of the Syrian Starseed collective. But so I have a mini collective that is one of my spirit guides. And I'm like, what? That's possible? And it was just amazing, the things that came through. So I love that you're doing this, all that, just to support that. But let's take a look here and see. So do sit with them and see what comes through for you too. But let's see what they're wanting to share with you right now. All right. So let us see here what we have got going on here. So what do they want to tell you about who they are? We do have the high priestess. So this is them saying, come spend time with us, step back and connect upward, and we will share so much with you. I mean, all you have to do is ask and open up, and you'll just get all this information that will come here. So I do like that coming in. It's interesting that two of your spirit guides are warriors. And one is like I feel like these are past life connections that you had, that in this lifetime they're being spirit guides for you. The Knight of Swords is the seeker of knowledge. Um, so it's a knight in a way, but they were in pursuit of knowledge. They weren't just about the battles, they were fighting to help preserve things. Like it would even be someone who was helping defend against a library of knowledge being destroyed. And so, they are part of what they do now as a spirit guide, because we're so capable of doing so much. They are a guardian of the Akashic records, and so they can help you connect with the Akashic records. They help protect physical libraries because it's part of their nature. It's like the job they do, and because we don't do jobs, we have like their passion is, protecting and being a guard, but an access, a tour guide of Akashic records. And so they're able to help you with that. The Seven of Swords is kind of a warrior, but they're like a teacher warrior, is what I'm feeling with this. And so this is the one that helps you glean and learn your lessons and the higher knowledge that's here, right? And this one, I don't feel like this one, they were a teacher in some lifetimes, and then they also were a warrior in them, and then they also, like the librarian did, they protected a school during battle to protect the children, protect the people who were learning and battling, and these are different types of lifetimes, but their passion is to help protect knowledge and help people teach because they themselves have that teacher calling in them. And so they help you with your mental um, learning things, seeing things, bringing clarity, and bringing things forward for you too. And but there was something else. I think I was moving on to the other one already. That's why I feel like there's something else because they're telling me this other one. So that's two, and they're very warrior and very but not in a like it's they're in a defensive way, not an offensive, kind of knight military kind of thing. Protectors is that. And you might resonate with that if you ever did past life readings or have dreams that you feel like you were part of a group of protectors. That would be a yes, confirmation of that, because I feel like you were like the four musketeers, or in this case the three musketeers. But you guys, there might have been more, but you guys were very, together, watching each other's back while you protected these libraries, these schools, types of things. So, and I feel like I'm seeing like even um you know the old swords and knights period, but also like military, like in the 1940s, 1930s, during world wars and different things like that, where it was important to protect things, and defend so that people didn't destroy it or take it over or go in and kill people. And so I see that. I like that. The other one, you have the Tower card, which when I saw this, I said, remover of obstacles. So I don't know if you have a relationship with Ganesha, but I love that one of your spirit guides is an ascended master Ganesha, and or one of the mini elephants. I just feel like there's a herd of all these Ganeshas, and one of them is your spirit guide, which maybe Ganesha ultimately is a collective. You never know. But I just feel like it's interesting. I've never thought of that before. I love spirit, but it's like Ganesha is a collective. Think of him as that, and that, there's all these different sides of Ganesha. I see all the different types of elephants and representations. Well, they're all a collective, and one of those stands out to you specifically. And if you're not sure, just I feel like you are, but definitely look at the different expressions of Ganesha and see what resonates. So, how interesting. So those are three that want to come forward right now. There's more. Obviously, we have like in each lifetime we have, so the hierarchy of spirit guides. We've got a guardian angel who was created right along with us. It's actually the creator appearing as an angel, guardian angel, so that they could be a buddy with us instead of having us. It was important for us to see us as this father or mother, parent-child relationship, but they also want to be buddy relationship. And so we have our guardian angel, who's the essence of the creator that's along with us, right? They're the head honcho. And then we have a lot of different angels that come in and out of our lives. We have some that spend a lot of lifetimes with us and kind of a core that likes to be around us. But then they have angels that come in and out of different lifetimes, and within a lifetime, in and out, that are like special agents. They come in with their expertise to help us through a specific thing, and then someone else comes in. And then we have loved ones, of course, who've been here in this lifetime and gone to the other side already. We got ancestors, that are connected to our many lifetimes. We don't our many lifetimes are not always within the same family tree. In fact, we like variety. We want to hit different people that exist in different family trees so we get the ancestry of everyone and the connection to all ancestors eventually. But we have all of the ancestors there too. And then we have spirit guides who are, all of those are technically spirit guides. Then there's other entities and souls who we've had past lifetimes together, like we talked about, and you know, um, and so there's just a variety of different other beings, but there's usually a core that are closest to us in this lifetime, and then we interact with them. So I love it. So that's what they have for you, HTTPS. So many blessings. All right, so that's it for the donations. So thank you guys for your patience in getting to the free readings. Those go a little slower because I do dive in deeper for donations. For the free readings, we'll go a little faster. Let me just move some of these over, and I'm going to document the names as we go. So that'll take just a sec as I grab some. This is going to be the big long list here first because I get a lot of the reading requests up front at the beginning of the session. So let me just grab some of these names here and we'll get started into the free readings. Hope everyone had an amazing weekend. I can't believe it's already over, right? I know my weekends fly by because I'm like nonstop readings most of the weekend. But then the weeks fly by too, and they show up. So I feel you. I feel you. Okay. But when you love what you do, this isn't like work. Okay. Just a couple more here. These are the big, like I said, the big lists here. Okay, and one more. Oops. All right, so we'll start with these. I do have several, probably what is that? Probably 10, 20, 30 or so readings to do for free readings. So hang in there. I will complete them all in this session. And as I mentioned, when I'm done, I'll post a list of the order in which they're done. So you can kind of jump in and go, where are they? Okay, they're after me. So let me jump back some more. You can zero in and find it faster. So up first, we have Ateshi Singh. So Ateshi, want to know, will this hope of yours become a reality? All right. So let's take a look here. I'm just going to shuffle the cards here. And all right. So will this hope of yours become a reality? Okay. So we do have here, you have the Three of Cups. So definitely a possibility. That's joy and celebration. The Five of Swords, though, just has to say that there's some conflict, some inner conflict that just needs to be removed or concluded. And you have the Queen of Swords, which is balancing of the head and heart, and the Chariot card, which is the power of choice. And so when you're looking at all this coming together, it's like you can have this hope it become a reality. But when we have some the choices we're making of our stories that we're putting to things, the emotions we're feeling, the energy I'm putting forward, the physical choices I'm making, I can choose all that. And I'm the one that can, I'm the one that draws things into my life and takes the action and goes. It's not like, is it just going to fall in my lap? No, we search for things. And if the hope has to do with love is what they're bringing in here, if it's anything like that, then what you can say is, And it's funny because the Three of Cups is on the top of this deck, which you just had. It's like we offer, like this is the relationships. We offer that to the creator and we go, it's like casting a spell upon yourself is what's coming in. Like if I want to be with someone and if they're with someone else or not, and I'm like, I cast a spell, I want them to fall in love with me. That's not how it works. We can't force our will on someone else, right? What we do is we say, I cast a spell upon myself that I draw to me the love that is for me for my highest good. If that's them, then that'll work on bringing us together. If it's not them, then thank God we didn't cast a spell and be able to bring them to us when that's not it, because that means there's someone even more amazing. If we think they're amazing, even they're more amazing. But it's us focusing our energy of gratitude. Tell the creator once what you want. Like, I want love. And it would be nice if it's someone like that, but you know best. I love you. I trust you. You're going to bring the perfect person in the perfect way, the perfect timing, or perfect situation in the perfect way, in the perfect timing, whatever it may be that your hope is. And then you just give it. And then you start gratitude, thankful for what you have in your life, what you love about things, what you love about people. If it's a relationship, what you love about relationships. If it's a job, what you've loved about past jobs. You make the energy about gratitude and higher vibration, and that brings those things in. But if we're focusing on like want, or missing, or fear, or hatred, that's lower vibration. One, it slows things down. Higher vibration speeds things up, but lower vibration slows things down. And then evidently makes it sound lower too. But there's this, wanting pushes things away, missing pushes things away. Because if I am focusing on that I want, my wanting goes away when I get something. And if I'm focusing on wanting, then I don't get what I want, because then my wanting will stop. It's pushed away so I could want more for a longer period of time. That makes sense. And missing the same way. I enjoy missing stuff. Can you just push it far away? Because I really want to enjoy missing for longer. That's what that does with our energy. But gratitude is what draws to us. So hopefully that helps. And I feel like we went into deeper there because that's more for than just you and me. But that's what's coming in, Ateshi. Hopefully that's helpful. Many blessings to you. And then Kritika Malhotra. Hey, so have you wasted your June and now wasting your July? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I have done something extremely productive during this time before my master starts. There's never any wasted moments. When when we have feelings like this, these are judgments. This is our accusatory human side. Judge, 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 right? I must be have done doing something. You were experiencing every moment, right? And anything faded will never pass us by. And we can always we have a large amount of possibilities of stuff that we can do, but there's no have to in this life. There's just could. And we could do this and get that. There's just different experiences with different outcomes. You are doing something every second. Sometimes it's resting. Sometimes it's just, I need to be brain dead for a while to let my brain cool off so that I'm in a rested place, to, you know, be able to learn, be able to, you see, I'm having trouble forming words. It's funny, but it's like, yeah, sometimes you just need that. They're reminding me of when I went to visit my dad in Hawaii, when they lived on Honolulu for like 3 weeks, because I was going to fly all that way, and I stayed with them. It was very affordable, and they it got to a point where it's so laid back and it was just so a restful place. I was like, yeah, that thing you push to cut grass. They're like, lawnmower. Yeah, that. You just get so calm and so quiet. And that's important for us to do too. If we're going all the time, we have to recharge, for that too. And I feel like that's what Spirit wants you to know is it was important for you to rest, right? Yeah. And you had the Eight of Swords here. So here is you realizing your own thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets that have made you feel blinded and bound and trapped in the past. And so there's this open mindedness. You have been taking these couple of months to reflect. And the Ace of Pentacles, you do have these new opportunities that are coming forward in the near future. So, I feel like this is overcoming those fears, overcoming this supposed to and should and need to and have to and must. And so this pause, this rest that you've been having is important. I mean, you've been going nonstop school since what? You were what, 4 years old or something? It's like you deserve to have a little bit of a pause, a break, a recharge before you get into the masters. And because if you're doing all this and not enjoying it, enjoying life, what are we doing it all for, right? So it's important for you to learn. And I feel like you were learning to enjoy life and live life while you're pursuing things. And that's an important part because we could be, doing all this stuff and then graduation day get hit by a bus. And did we enjoy life? No, I worked so hard and all I did was study, this, work. And for what? It's like I didn't get to enjoy it. So enjoy it. And I feel like you're given permission to do that. Right. So just get ready. Right. And here you go. Before you know it, July is going to be gone. It's already 1 week gone already. So enjoy. All right. So that's what they have for you. Right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we got Smooth Life. You want a spirit message? Let's take a look here. All right. So they're having me shuffle the cards here. This is going to be for all remaining free readings. Shuffle 3 times. One more time. They're going to have me break it. So the top becomes the bottom. The middle becomes the top, and the bottom becomes the middle. Okay, I get it. I was like, what are you doing? But now I understand. All right. So Smooth Life spirit message coming in here. All right. We have a message of temperance, which is balance and patience. I know we always like getting those cards, right? But it's a good card because it is about progression and it is about there is magic happening. Things are unfolding, even though it may feel like you're like on the back of a snail and it's like, are we even moving? And it's like, yeah, where there is progress being made, there is movement, and it's out of nowhere, things will come to fruition. That's what happens with this cup. As it goes back and forth and you have this, energy that it does go here and it does go back and forth. Each time it goes in back and forth between the two cups, you see a little bit of glitter, a little bit of magic. It's turning more and more into gold. It starts off as a base metal, but before you know it, suddenly, pshing, it's gold. Here it is. And so they're telling you it's worth the wait, you know. And while we're having this slowness, while we have that kind of thing happening, slowness happens for us to give us an opportunity to raise our love vibration too. So while we're waiting for things to come to fruition, we can be questioning our thoughts and our beliefs, our mindsets. What doesn't serve me anymore in my belief systems, my small t truths rooted in fear. And what about my emotions that I can release? What about my energy that I can cleanse? What about my physical world I can purge? And so there is this, slow times to give us time to lighten the load, both mentally, emotionally, energetically, and physically. So I like that for you coming in here. I feel like that's what they have. It's like make the most of this slow down time and enjoy the moments. Be in the moment. Try not to rush to get to somewhere. Be here now, because when you get to the future, you're just going to be looking to the next future thing and the next future thing and the next future thing, instead of, if you can't be happy now in this moment, won't be happy there in those future moments because you have everything you need right now, right here. Not me in your heart. But amongst, all right. So that's what they have for you, Smooth Life, right now. So many blessings to you. And then angel blessings, anything you need to know. Yeah, you got the Two of Wands. So, the Two of Wands is telling me that, your whole life is full of possibilities. There's no wrong choice. The Two of Wands is just about, energy and that everything is made of energy. Our life, what comes into our life is what we draw into it, and whatever I focus on. So if I focus on, that globe and that planet, then that's where I'm going to get drawn to, and it's going to be drawn to me. And whatever, you know, wherever our focus goes is where our energy flows and what we're drawn to and draw to us. So I feel like there's this I feel like that, you know, if you focus on lower vibrational energy, you bring it. If you focus on gratitude, you bring that, right? So I feel like that. This is about, but what are you focusing on? Are you aware of what you're focusing on? Are you aware of what you do want to focus on and what you want to have, right? The other morning I woke up and I'm like, I was just, for some reason, I was thinking, is there anything that I'm striving for? Anything that I want? Anywhere I want to visit? Anybody I want to visit? Any, thing that I want to accomplish? And I'm like, other than getting closer with spirit. And I'm like, other than that, I don't. And it's like, so when we're aware of, like, do I have an energy? Do I have something I want to focus on? Is there something that I want to do? It's becoming aware of it, and then put the energy toward it, and it'll bring you. But the biggest thing is choosing what you truly want, not wandering. I feel like it's a time of, okay, what do I want? And let me put energy toward it. So I feel like that's an important message for you. Right. So that's what they have for you, angel blessings. And many blessings to you. All right. And then a new 3, you are up. Anything significant of an event for the rest of the month? We have the Ace of Swords, which is some clarity coming in. It's significant. It is the Ace of Swords. It's like a gift that you're able to see something from a different perspective that does alter your course. It does alter and change things. So truths are revealed, things are brought from being hidden, but a lot of clarity that comes in that allows you, to be able to, really see. So there's this fly, it was headed right toward me. Like, zzz, bam. And there you go. See, something's headed towards you, and you're going to see it, and then you're able to wave it off. I'm just kidding, not wave it off, but you have clarity of something that's in your life, and then, but there's this change and this altering of course that comes in with it, because with this new knowledge and new awareness, seeing things differently, you're like, yeah, I don't want the same things as I had before. I'm ready to alter it. I'm ready to make a change. And I like this because I just feel like, whether it's relationship, education, job, whatever it may be, home, where you live, um, changing your, arranging your house. I mean, it could be a variety of different things. And I just feel like it is a month of a lot of clarity and a lot of different things. And it just kind of snowballs. It could start as much of like, I don't like, I rearranged my office a few weeks ago, and I'm like, I kind of want to change it again. That's the kind of feeling that I have. It's like, it's, you start with changing furniture or where you have your bed or whatever, and then that changes something else, and then it ignites you to change something bigger, and then something bigger, and be something bigger. And that's what kind of I feel, um, the events unfold for you in this month. So hopefully that makes sense. So if you've been wanting to change something, or even if you don't, just organize and change something, even if it's just a shelf, start there going, you know what? I just want to rearrange that. And then you're like, oh, I want to rearrange that. Oh, I want to arrange this. I want to do this. It snowballs, and I like it for you. Right. So that's what they have for you in News 3. Many blessings to you. And then soul searching vibe, you'd like a message from your soul. All right. Well, there they are. That's the infinity symbol is your soul, and here's your human self. I like this strength card coming in because the whole story that Spirit gave me around the strength card is that, we come down here, we're experiencing the human life before we realize we're a soul, before we realize, that we're more than this human character. We're the actor behind this character, we're this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And we're often told in spirituality, we must destroy our ego. We must, kind of cage this lion and tame it and punish it or kill it. It's whatever all this, that comes in with that. But in reality, what's making our human self, our lion self, so um, hungry and hangry and hungry, angry and desperate in life is because it's searching for something out there that it can't find, unconditional love. And we just said our higher self is made of unconditional love. So our higher self isn't here, our soul isn't here to destroy our human. It's here to join with it. It's here to walk hand in hand with it, to complete it, to give it what it's been looking for all along. And that's what your soul is, it's like we reach a point where our journey of trying to find things in the outside world changes and we're able to come back, more to here. So that's what I feel your soul wants you to know is, it's like our higher self. You can get to know me. We are part of one another, but I can complete you. I am the source of your worth. You are priceless. You can have that foundation be unconditional love. That's there. So and it's funny because this fly is like a reminder for me because it's like life can distract us away from the important, right? And when we're like, oh yeah, we're taught, look out here for what fulfills you, but that fly ain't going to fulfill me. My heart is, right, inward and upward, and that's where we find that connection. I feel like that's the important message here, is that I come. What was it? You complete me. What was that from Back to the Future? I think it was. You are my density. You complete me. Anyway, that's what they have for you, soul searching vibes. So many blessings. And then Links Lee, you want a message from your higher self. So you have the Nine of Swords. This is a good card to get because, even though it's the Nightmare and Insomnia card, it also is the end of this. All those swords represent the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that have haunted you, that we feel like we have to do so much to feel lovable and acceptable. And we fear if we don't do these things that we're unlovable. But your higher self is saying that all of these triggers that have been coming up, the things that you've been seeing, have been on purpose so that you can transform them. Because these triggers exist until they're triggered. We don't know that they're there. They're always on, always taking energy, always impacting us below the surface. We only become aware of it when it triggers so much that it rises up into our, And so you've been having these triggers, but you've been having them to transform them, right? Not to suppress them, but to go, why do I fear that? What's at the root of that? And then once you see it, then you transform it into higher knowledge and wisdom when you see it for the lie that it is. All small T truths rooted in fear are lies, because it comes down to the ultimate root of every fear is the fear of rejection, either by humans or by God or creator, whatever you call the higher power, right? And because that is the ultimate fear or the root fear, it's like I fear being rejected. And when the creator goes, you can never be rejected, you are unconditionally loved and accepted. So humans can pretend to reject in this realm, but it's all pretend. You can never ever truly be rejected. Then you're like, lies, these are all lies. And then you're like, oh, I'm totally 100% unconditionally loved and accepted, then the fears get resolved, right? But we get sucked into the fear. We don't think like that when we're in fight or flight mode. Once we calm down, we can analyze and question the fear, transform it, then that fear won't ignite again. Another one ignites, we look at it, we transform it, right? And I feel like that's an important thing for you to know. The nine is the hermit's journey you've been doing. Go inward, look at it, transform it, it changes. As you change in here, it does change your outside world too. Because we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. And the as long as we have a fear, we're going to have a mirror to show us it, or several mirrors. When that fear doesn't exist, the mirror for that doesn't exist. Fly, fly, fly. So that's what happens. Sometimes I can get very distracted easily. But that's your message. So hopefully that makes sense, Linksley. Fly, fly, fly. All right. So you have this expectation that flies are not supposed to be in your house, but flies exist everywhere. And obviously, if a fly was not to exist in the house, it wouldn't, but it is. So it is supposed to be there. So now, instead of resisting that the fly should not be in here, I will release that, right? And that's how the fears work. Because if a fly came and landed on me, what are people gonna think? I'm a piece of poop? No. Everyone is like, we've all had flies in our house. There's no judgment, but we have a fear. What will people think, right? Or some reason we were young, our parents chasing after the fly. This fly isn't supposed to be here, so we have this um, handed down belief that you must kill all flies in your house, or eliminate them, and it's like, no, we can live in harmony with the fly. We will let them live. All right. Too funny. I'm so sorry. But that's what they have for you, Linksley. So many blessings. All right. We'll stop obsessing about the fly. And then Patricia, you are up. So you're planning a road trip. Does Spirit recommend new tires beforehand? You're wanting to save money, but safety first. All right, good question here. Yeah, you have the Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. Here's abundance, and I do see here. Of course, here's the pentacle. Looks like a wheel. So, this is about safety and caring for yourself. And even though you want to save money, it's like, if you need new tires, um, you know, I feel like go to a tire place, get their opinion. Of course, they're going to say you need them, but sometimes you'll get a really nice, honest person. But you can be like, "Do I need these? Do I need new tires?" And they're like, "Oh no, you're good on here, or maybe just one, or maybe just replace these two. These other ones are these two we can move back, and they'll be fine." Or move the two to the front and just replace the back ones. You never know. But I feel like with that wheel and the self care, this Queen of Pentacles, take care of yourself, nurture yourself, make sure you're safe. And there's abundant feeling. Like, don't worry, you get a good deal on the tires, but in the long run, it saves you as well, your life and money. So I feel like that's a yes. Definitely do that. All right. So that's what they have for you, Patricia. So many blessings to you. Enjoy your trip. And then Goldie, you wanted an angel message. So you have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, that's about abundance, fullness of life, stability, groundedness when it comes in here. And one of the big things that the King of Pentacles learns, because of course he learns the Ace of Pentacles all the way through the entire suit. So they have had a journey in the outside world full of a lot of wisdom about how the world works, how things unfold, etc. And one of the big things he learns is from the Four of Pentacles, which has to do with our self-worth and our stability of our self-worth. And he learned when he was told to look for his worth in the outside world, he felt unstable because the three areas of our life that we're told to define our worth by is relationships, situations, and things. So, of course, relationships can be with lovers, family, friends, whoever. But what we learned through that, what he learned through that, is that people change, people walk away, people pass away. So, relationships of all kinds are unstable. If I define myself by those, then I feel unstable. Hmm. Okay, he got that. Then situations, jobs, educations, social status, whatever it is, those are constantly changing, unstable, right? And so when we define ourselves by those unstable things, we feel unstable. And then he was like, all right. And then things, our bodies, our bank accounts, possessions. And they're like, oh, all of those things deteriorate, blow up, burn down, are stolen. And so unstable. So if I define myself by those things, then I feel unstable too. So he realized that, well, all that outside world is unstable. What else do I have to define myself by that's stable? So having looked in the outside world extensively, because of course the king had the ability to search among all things in the world, nothing was making him feel stable. He turned inward and upward, and there it was, the eternal, unconditional love of the spirit world. Eternal, never ends. That's pretty stable. Unconditional, no conditions, nothing I have to do to earn it, nothing I can do to lose it. So stable. Ta-da! The only stable thing in this realm we find inside of us. And when we define ourselves and our worth by that unconditional love, then we realize we're priceless, right? And our worth sits in that, and it's a solid foundation. Then we don't worry about the outside world so much because we're not using it to define us. We're just experiencing it. And it's an adventure instead of you know, a desperate quest for something that I have to have. It's just an adventure. If I get it, if I don't, it doesn't matter. I'm solid in here, always in this moment, right? So that's what they want you to know right now, Goldie. So that's your messages from your angels. So many blessings. All right. And then Cutie, you are up. Your core strength points. Wheel of Fortune. So this is the Fates wheel, and this is about change and the wheels, Fate's wheel turning and bringing in things, bringing in fated events, allowing things to flow. But there is this energy of whatever happens in our life, we have the ability to see that it is for us, because it truly is for us, even though sometimes our human has a hard time seeing it. Um, but this card means that our human does see the how it's for us instead of this is happening to me and going into the victim role. So one of your strengths, one of your core strengths, is finding the silver lining, finding the thing to be grateful for in something. There was this little boy, and I gotta find his name someday because I have to give him credit, but it was a video, I think, either on Instagram or a like YouTube short or something. But so cute, little boy. It looked like he was like from India. Um, he felt like a little guru and a little, like a master guru in a little boy's body, because he was talking about, in life, whatever you practice the most, you become an expert at. And he goes, so if you want to focus on complaining about everything, you're going to become an expert in finding something to complain about when no one else, he was very expressive, no one else can find something to complain about in that moment. But, he says, if you focus on thankfulness, finding something to be thankful for, to have gratitude for something in each moment, you'll become an expert at finding gratitude in things when no one can. And that's what I feel like you have done. I feel like one of your strengths is that you can find something to be grateful for in each moment, and you have that ability to do so. And if you haven't mastered it yet, I feel like you're on your way to it. because that is an important strength to have. Because gratitude is a fear transformer. Because in any moment that we feel lower vibration, as soon as we step into gratitude for something, and then finding something else to be grateful for, and then something else, and then something else, it transforms our energy and our environment, transforms what we're drawing into ourselves too. So very important strength to have, even though it seems like what that, but this is something they want you to be aware of. So, right. So that's what they have for you right now. There are many more, but that's the one they want to talk about right now. All right. So many blessings, cutie. And then Magana, you are up. So what do you need to know at this moment? All right. That you hold the key to your life in your hands. Kind of. With the King of Wands, they have the Ace of Wands in their hands here, right? One, this little salamander down here, they want you to know that you are protected, you know, that you are surrounded by a host of beings, so you are divinely protected. And the King of Wands here with this Ace of Wands too, it's like a lot like the Emperor energy where you have this fire and the energy is like the kings and royalty get a lot of people in their ears telling them about you should do this, you're supposed to do this, you ought to do this, you have to do this, blah, 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 blah. All this opinion, all this advice from self-appointed advisors telling you all this stuff, but you don't have to do it. The king realizes everyone trying to get their way. It's like, thank you, everybody. You can clear the throne room now. This is my kingdom, thus my title as the king, my kingdom. So everyone step out, please. Thank you. And then you contemplate what it is that you want. What do you want? Get out of your head from all this advice, put it to the side, and consult your heart. What would you like? Your heart is your queen, right? So you're like, all right, queen heart in within me. What is it that we want to do? What is it that we want? And then you find that, and then you plan, and then you engage energy, and you can have movement in it. There's no wrong choice, there's no right choice, just different choices with different experiences, but you get to choose what it is you want. And it's getting away from everything. Everyone gets to choose their own in their own kingdoms. So when a king or a queen from another kingdom comes and goes, you should do this, and you're like, well, you know what you should do with your kingdom? And they're like, no, 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 you can't tell me what to do with my kingdom. Exactly. So get back to your own throne, in a nice way. But you get to go on this adventure and choose what you want. And I like that clarity coming in here. So that's what you need to know at this moment is that there's no wrong choice. We sometimes will delay in making a choice because we fear I'm going to make the wrong one. No, you can head off in that direction. And if you alter your course, guaranteed you probably will. Everyone's journey in this life is not a straight line. It's more like this, probably more like this. Eventually, then we get reach our end point eventually, and then we die. We leave and start a new adventure, right? So I feel like that was important for you. So that's what they have for you, Magana. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we've got Almighty Great Quartz. You are up. I'm just going to take a quick sip here. There we go. So I want to know what's going on with your energy right now because you feel something soul changing is coming. What is the soul change energy that's coming? Oh, yeah, right. Definitely. I'll pull your card here, but this is the year of huge change for humanity. So no doubt you're picking up on that just already, which is Aquarius and Pluto. It's the old ways aren't working, the new ways are coming. We're evolving, we're changing, the energy's taking us to a new place. And the retrogrades this year are impacting us. We have retrogrades pretty much every year for most planets, or every year and a half. But we're always like half of our lives is in retrograde and reflection. And so, but there's something more powerful about the energies now because of this life transforming death and rebirth energy that feels like it's out here. So I definitely, you're not alone in it. So just know that you're not. I'm not a licensed professional. I can't tell you're not going crazy, but this is where this energy is coming from. All right. Yeah. So you have the Seven of Pentacles coming in here. And the Seven of Pentacles normally is the last thing that grows in the fruit tree is the fruit. But there's also this when you start to see fruit grow, you've lost interest in it. It feels like we're realizing how much of the things that we were pursuing and drawn and driven for were because other people told us this is what we should be drawn and driven and going for. And now there's this kind of coming of age of, in a way, the coming of the age of Aquarius, right? Where we're, you know, looking for new ways of doing things, new fruit, new, new desires, what brings us satisfaction is transforming and changing. And so you definitely feel this going, yeah, the old ways, I'm ready to be a pioneer. I'm ready to expand. It's like this pulling. It's like someone's grabbing your soul and trying to pull you higher. The way I kind of experienced it, is I feel like my human is clearing out space to allow more of my higher self to exist here in this plane, right? And so it's like, oh yeah, that's what this is. My desires for outside stuff, less and less and less, more desire for inside stuff, more and more and more. And it just feels like, it's like they showed me a pumpkin. It's like a pumpkin. They open it up, they clear out all the stuff so that new stuff can be put in there, but it's taking all that other stuff out. And then it's going to be able to be filled with something new, a candle that brings light, and then we start carving things on the outside that shine brightly differently. So I feel like that's what's kind of coming in there. It's the opening and the clearing out of space for more higher self to exist here in the spirit realm. Interesting, right? So that's what I feel is coming in here with all of that. So I like that for you. Again, you're not alone. All right. Well, many blessings to you, great quartz. Right. And then Happy Pill, you are up, and congratulations on winning the Zen Cricket membership again for this month. And you like a career reading. All right. Time to change it up. You got the full card coming in here. Ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. It's letting go of a lot of the definitions of the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, the have to be, the must be when it comes to this. And there's this new beginning indicated here, but it's not beginning just a new job. It's not going to a new position within the job that I'm doing. This just feels empty. This is like, um, when we talk about the ending of old cycles, it's the ending of old expectations, all those things the mind is saying, all these restrictions going, well, you can go have a new job occur, but it has to be here. It's like very limited. But this is about busting those up and going, the world is full of possibilities. I could do really anything in my life if I put enough effort into wanting to do it, right? If I truly want it, I will find a way. And spirit will always help us, of course. But I feel like this is a reboot, a restart, a fresh start of going, what is it that if I could do anything in the world, what is it that I would want to do? And what's the next step? I'm going to go do this. I'm going to put a plan together and do it. And not have these expectations or limitations around it, but that a freedom to go do what you're wanting to do. So I feel like that's what spirit is nudging you for that to come in here. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And then lovely Lovey, you are up next. Any specific spiritual messages from your mom? I know I had these guardian angel heart cards over here for a reason. So let's take a look here. Give these a shuffle. Let's see what messages your mom has for you here. What would your mom like you to know? Boom, boom, and boom. Chatty. Was she chatty and on Earth too? Messages, messages. I love these cards because they all have this on the back. But let me see if I can get it to focus. Come on. Oh, it's a beautiful card. Pardon me. So your first card up is healing. Let's see, I think it's not gonna. Maybe it's not going to be clear, but I'm going to read it anyway. But sometimes my camera likes to focus, sometimes it don't. So healing, listen to your heart. Love is the greatest healer. It has the capacity to balance and heal your emotions, thoughts, and perceptions, which in turn will heal you physically. Your mom is here with you and will help dissolve your fears. Trust in the power of love to guide you, and your life will magically transform. And she's confirming the healing. That healing is happening right now, occurring right now. So I love that. And then we had invitation. Hey, that one came in clear. Maybe that first one's healing eyesight because it was out of focus. Anyway, sorry. Invitation. She seems to have a sense of humor. We all do on the other side. So your mom says she asks you to invite her into your heart, talk to her at any time, share with her your fears and concerns, as well as your joys and pleasures. There's no need to be formal, for I've known you since before the dawn of time. In fact, I know you better than you know yourself, and I love you just as you are. We're replacing guardian angel with her right now. So as you saw that, it might read it differently, but also your guardian angels have all that. But it really wanted to, this invitation of your mom. And then her last message is about conflict. And she says, feelings which you have suppressed for a very long time are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed. You're torn between what you think is the right thing to do and what your heart wants. And this is the primary cause of stress in your life. She urges you to follow your heart. Do what you would love, not what you think you should. I love it. Such mom advice. But that's what she has there for you, lovely Lovey. So many blessings to you. Okay, and then Julia, you are up. So he said, can you use your empathic and psychic abilities for doing tarot readings, angel messages, angel message. Oh, an angel message on this thing. You like this thing? You mean YouTube? I get you. Yeah. Over time, you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is, about, it's the slowest moving knight, but it is about, they are moving. There is movement. And so and over time, you can make money doing that. Here too, with this. So it can be a source of income with it being the pentacles. That just might take time to develop and grow as you do it. But I like it. So you definitely can, you know, if you, it's developing your connection with the cards, which you develop your own relationship. There was something I saw was on Instagram this morning. It was great because it was like, it's one of those like people telling me that I'm not reading tarot right. And it's like, but it's like tarot is all about developing your language with spirit. That's what kept me from doing. I used to do oracle cards for decades. Tarot, I've only been doing for about 4 or 5 years now. But I was like, all right. When I left and I was going to pursue spirituality, I'm like, all right, I will. They kept nudging me, just get a tarot deck. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I just don't want to have to like, oh, this means this means that, this means that. And they're like, it can mean whatever we want it to, between us and you. I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, that's the way it all works, right? We develop this communication. We develop our, it's like twins. We develop our twin language, we develop our own communication. And so it's like this card can mean something for someone, one tarot reader, some completely different from anyone else. And if you look at a lot of tarot channels, you'll see everyone kind of develops their own way of looking at it. And it's about the intuitiveness. For me, I'm very empathic, and that's where I'd pick up messages from spirit through my heart, and I'd pick up things from people. And when someone first, um, um, the first time I saw someone was pulling tarot amongst a group, I just started answering people's questions without seeing the cards, and they were like, "Here, you know, here's these cards. You do the reading. I've never done one before." And they give me the greatest advice. They go, just how you felt it, and you were picking up all this information through your heart, just do that through the card. And I'm like, really? And it's what works. And so hopefully that helps, but you definitely can, Julia. And I feel like over time you can even make money from it. If you need any advice and anything like that, developing a YouTube channel, whatever, hit me up. My email address is in the description box of the video. I'm happy to help wherever I can too. So you don't have to recreate the creature if I could give you any shortcuts. So that's what you have, Julia. So many blessings to you. Right, and then Pinky, you want to know what is coming towards you. Dun, 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 dun. 10 of Cups, joy, celebration, overflowing happiness. I love this. Our natural state is joy, but this is happiness that's coming in, and it just feels like it's this fullness, this flowingness. You've been working a lot on your inner love and your self-love, and that's where all this starts, right? The outside world can't make us happy and bring us consistent happiness. um, we find that in here, and once we fill up in here, then any love that comes from the outside world is above and beyond extra. And that's what makes it feel like this. So as you develop your self-love and that grows higher and higher and higher, then this love of the outside world goes from feeling lacking and small to like this fountain of joy and love, and yeah, rainbows. Wow. You have this, you see life differently. You have joy in your life so much because you're finding that love and that foundation in here, and you're filling up and overflowing, and then everyone else gives on top of that. So I love that for you here. So it starts with that self-love, though. All right. So that's what they have for you, Pinky. So many blessings to you. And then Minahil, you are up. So is the person on your mind your future spouse? Your future spouse. All right, let's take a look here. 9. That's no in German. No, they're not. The 9 of Wands is like this barrier and this block. So this is they're kind of blocking anything from happening with that individual. So I with all that, I do not. I never thought of 9 as meaning no in German, but obviously that's what your spirit guides are bringing through. But yeah, so that's not your future spouse with that. And they don't have anything else to say. It was kind of a yes or no question, and they're going, no, there's someone else. They're being all vague, like, you'll see, that's not them. So they're just being funny, but that's not them. All right. So many blessings there. All right. Let me grab some more of these here and let me type their names out. Let me just grab a few here. Get them over from all my screenshot list over here. All right. And then let me type the names really quick. Okay. That one's a long one. Let me just make sure I spelled it right. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for your patience. It just makes it go faster if I don't. If I'm typing, then I type, and then if I'm doing readings, then I'm doing readings. So it just helps the process. Okay. And one more. All right. We're getting there. Hang in there, everybody. So, eucalyptus body wash, you're up next. And congratulations on being one of the Zen Cricket membership winners. And one angel message for you. All right. So, you have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is about a change of direction. Ace of Wands is like, uh, a new passion. And a Two of Wands is like making plans and then pursuing it. And then the Three of Wands is you get to a certain point and you're like, you know what? I knew when I was going to get to the shore that I was going to take a boat or a ship, but if it'll focus here, there's all these ships out here in the ocean. But it's like instead of taking a ship to go this way, I'm going to take this ship and go this way, a different one. And so with the new information, different experiences, you're at a place in your life where you've been moving in a direction, but now you're going to be altering course. And so they say be open to that, be open to change, be open to flexibility. Don't get so attached to like, oh, it's got to be that. That it's like, no, it doesn't have to be. Where does my heart guiding me and follow that, the off ramp and go in the different direction that's there. So I like it for you. It's, you don't have to be stubborn, be fluid, go with the other, with where this alternate course, but it's you choosing. It's not that you're being forced to. So you're getting new information. You have new desire. You have a different avenue that you want to take and do it. It's supported. It's okay. Sometimes we're like, what will people think? I've been telling them I was going to head that direction. Well, you were. Now you're headed this direction. I don't want people to think I'm fickle or blah, blah, blah. You can't control what people think. Some people might think it already, and it doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with you. Whatever they're thinking has to do with them. Let go of the fear and go in the direction. So I like that. That's easy breezy. So that's what the angel message is there for you. Don't be afraid to alter course, right? So there you go. Easy breezy, short and easy. All right, many blessings. And then nature 1111. Hi. So will you get the job I want to apply for this week? All right. You have the Three of Pentacles, which is about being true to your authentic self. If this is truly you wanting this, not feeling like you're supposed to or should or etc., then then you will get it here. But the Three of Pentacles is don't be swayed off of your course of being true to your authentic path and your authentic self by afraid of what punishment people will do if you don't do what they think you should do, or that you'll lose support if you do something that they don't think you should do. Be true to you, and if it is, then you will move through it, and hopefully it's something that you can create with. This Three of Pentacles is about creativity, expression, expressing your gifts, expressing your abilities. If you're trying to fit into something, bleh. But if it's that, then definitely this is very supported for you. All right. So that's easy breezy. That's what they have for you, nature 1111. And then QV love. Hello, hello. Your hand. Will you meet your best friend or lover? Oh, your best friend or lover first in life. With the Hermit card here, I feel like this is going to be your best friend, because the Hermit card is being alone and being single. And of course, that inner light is our higher self, which is our true best friend. That's the bestest friend we could ever have. But the human wise, you will meet your human best friend first, and then lover after that, with the Hermit coming in. So there you go. That's an easy question with that card anyway. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Andrea, 54 Hector, you're up. So does your father, Hector, who passed in 2019, Do they have anything urgent for you to know about your living situation? Okay, let's take a look here. We've got these guardian angel cards, and let's take a look here and see. All right. They wouldn't even let me shuffle. They're like, here, just have these two here. Wow. All right. So here's the picture of the card here first. So here's these guardian angels watching over you. And you have two. So I don't know if there's someone with your father, but I feel like there's two guardian angels bringing through messages for you. I feel like this is from your father, though, which is opportunity that is coming in here. Let's see if I can get it to focus, maybe not. But it says, wondrous possibilities and opportunities await you. Stop dwelling on past mistakes. Surrender the past lovingly. There's nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. Everything that you've ever experienced has helped you in some way. The past is behind you. The path ahead is clear. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desire. So their message here is, let the past lie in the past. Forgive yourself, forgive others, release the lower vibration. Try not to focus on what's missing, what you're fearing, what you don't have. They're like, focus on gratitude. The more we can move forward joyously with gratitude, the more things draw into us. But if our energy is focusing on lower vibrational things, what we fear will or will not happen, um, you know, what we're missing in our life, what we're wanting, we push things away with wanting, missing, focusing on things we hate. We just grow all that. So your energy is powerful. I feel like it was what they're saying here with this card, and that, if you can focus on joy, celebration, what you're grateful for, unconditional love, laughter, that draws in things and opportunities will open up for you. The other person on the other side that's bringing through a message is inspiration. Sorry that these cards are not coming in very clear here, but you can see it says inspiration, maybe. It says a wave of inspiration and a stream of beautiful ideas are about to enter your aura or your head. It's important that you trust your intuition at this time. Pay attention to unusual thoughts that come to your mind and do not discount your imagination. Many wonderful ideas which have served humanity were initially scoffed or ridiculed. We, your guardian angels, will help you discover ways to apply your ideas and manifest new realities for your life. And both these were orange, which is the sacral chakra. So, just know that you can trust your intuition, trust your gut, and follow that guidance there as well. So I feel like that's what's coming in with those for you. All right. So they're always with you. They've been with you since they slipped out of their body to be fully spirit again. But their spirit's been by you ever since then, and they don't have to split and share their attention with anyone else. They can be with you 100% of the time, as if you were the only one. And so they're with you. So talk to them, ask them. They will guide you. They'll show you clarity. But you got to ask of your own free will. They don't meddle with our power of choice and free will. But if we ask of our own free will, can you give me guidance? Can you show me? They'll bring those things to you, and trust that. Okay. Right. Hang in there, my dear. Many blessings to you. All right. Then up next, we have Madam Bird. Hello. What about a general love reading for this week? Yeah, let's take a look here. Well, you got the Queen of Wands coming in. So you are in control. You're glowing. You walk into a room and people notice you. There's a great connection with spirit this week, too. And I feel like this is important. Trust your connection with spirit. If you don't know something, or if you're wanting something, want clarity around something, around love throughout the week, just make sure to ask them. As we we're just saying, they don't metal in our life unless of course, we gave them the honey-do list before we came down here of these are the things I want to experience. They're always working on that. But outside of that, hands off until we ask for their assistance because that's what we want in this lifetime is I don't want anyone meddling in my life unless I ask for it. I already gave you my list, work on that. And then if of my own free will, I ask for clarity and guidance and messages or whatever, then they will bring it to us. They will show us that. And they will show like synchronicities, like repeating numbers and stuff, just as a reminder of we're behind you. If you need us, just saying, if you need us, we're not meddling, but just if you need us, let us know, kind of energy that comes in. So I do like that for you. And also the Queen of Wands, of course, she's holding the Ace of Wands in her hand, which is whatever you focus your energy on is what grows and expands. So, if you're wanting to move towards love, it's like this week is a good time just to, if you're wanting to change a habit, for every waking hour, put a vibrating silent alarm on your phone. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Gratitude is one of the greatest uh, igniters of energy in this realm. And we can draw stuff in very fast when we have gratitude towards something. So making a list of all the loves, the things that you have loved about people in the past, and that's something that you can do. But it's all about changing, even being gratitude for things not even to do with love shows the universe that, oh, you like to have gratitude for things. Let me bring you more things to be grateful for. And I feel like that's a big important things for this week because it impacts every area of your life. And if we change our habit to be our primary focus with that, and again, the more often we set the alarm, you can do it once a day, you can do it twice a day, 3 days a day, every waking hour. The faster we change our habit, the faster we raise that vibration, the faster things are drawn to us. So I feel like they're like this is a week of really getting your energy into focus and understanding what am I focusing my energy on. So that's what they have for you, Madam Bird. Madam Bird. I have to say it like that. Otherwise, it just doesn't sound right. All right. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Dollface Diva, you are up next. Let me just take a sip here. All right. So messages from Spirit. So we've got the 10 of Wands. And I don't know if you've got a message like this similar recently, but the 10 of Wands is this burden. It's harvest. There's also the burden of energy. And I feel like you're getting some um reward, some abundance coming in from like the energy you're putting forward, you're getting some stuff back. And now it's a good time, a reminder to reevaluate where you're investing your energy because I love the 10 of Wands and that Spirit showed me 3 buckets, and you have a bucket of urgent and important things, truly urgent and important things. They always correct that, truly, because we're taught everything's urgent, everything's important. No, that's not. Excuse me, you know. Uh, so truly urgent and important, bucket 1. Bucket 2, urgent, not sorry, important, but not urgent. Which means you can schedule out, depending on when it would become urgent, you can put all the important things in and space it out, right? And then the third bucket is urgent, but not important. And those things we don't even have to do anything with really. It'll take care of itself or it'll fizzle out, whatever. It's not important. We have a lot of urgent things going, help, help, help. And you're like, it's not important. I'm working on the urgent, important things. You can just wait. And they're like, I'll die. And you're like, well, then die because you're not important. It's not a person, it's a thing, it's a task, right? So it's like, well, then it will just fall away and or take care of itself. One of the two. But you focus on the urgent and important first, and then the important, but not urgent. And then if you have any energy or time or whatever left over and you want to, then you can look at the third bucket for something that you want to do, but you don't have to. And so there is this managing your energy, managing what you're investing in. It helps you feel more productive because you're not investing in 10 things that move up one space. You're focusing on a couple things that are moving up many spaces. So you feel progress, you feel movement. The important things and urgent things, importantly, urgent things are getting progress and things done, takes the pressure off. And then you can, alter and do these other things as well. Mr. Fly. Just needed to knock him out of the way. All right. So that's what's coming in there for you, Dollface Diva. Hopefully that resonates for you. Right? Many blessings. All right. And then we have Pooja Pita. Hello, hello. When will you get a job? Time frame, please. Right. So it looks like there's going to be a little bit of you're in the progress here. The hangman is like pausing time here. And it's about transformation, change that's happening. And timing around things. I just need to adjust here. There we go. It's about where we're focusing our energy. We talk a lot about that on the channel, and I might have told you before. So if I did, apologies. It's always a great reminder for us, though, is that if I'm focusing on I have no job, I have no job, I have no job, I'm telling the universe I enjoy not having a job. Can you push that further away, right? It's like, this is about seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things with clarity, right? And so when we're looking at this and we're going, okay, am I focusing on that I don't have a job? Am I focusing on wanting a job, or focusing on missing a job, or fear around it? If I am, then I'm growing it. I'm the one pushing the job away because my energy tells the universe what I want more of. If I'm focused on missingness, I want more missingness. If I'm wanting, I want more wanting, but not getting. So if we push all that aside and go, all right, what draws things to me is gratitude. And if I if I tell the universe, I would like a job, and I know you're going to bring me the perfect job in the perfect way in the perfect timing. I release this to you, and we do that, and then we start having gratitude for that, not focusing on sincerely. It's not I thank you, blah blah blah. Oh God, I hope I get a job, because our energy is what's really talking to them. So energetically, if you just feel that gratitude emanate from you and go, thank you, I do trust you, I do love you, and I know you're going to bring me the perfect job in the perfect way, in the perfect timing. And then we just focus on gratitude for that, right? And you can even bring that energy into the physical world by writing out all the things you've loved about jobs that you've had in the past or that you would love to have, and have gratitude. Gratitude for those jobs. Thank you so much for that job when I had that I did that. I'm so grateful I had that experience. I'm so grateful I had this experience. You know what experience I'd love to have is this. I'm grateful that you'll bring me a job that has these things. And that is what we're empowering the universe to bring those things to us. So timing is all up to you, not spirit. They're like, there's a range. Could be tomorrow, it could be a year from now, but it all depends on, are we pushing it away? They're like, I'm trying to bring it to you, but you keep pushing it away. Or really, they're like, I'm bringing you what you want. You said you like wanting. No, oh, sorry, my bad. Let me rephrase my energy. I'm grateful for this job that you're bringing. Oh, you want a job here? And there it is. All right. So that's what you have, Pooja. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Elena. Hello, hello. Congratulations on being one of the Zen Cricket YouTube channel member winners. And you want to know, how will the next month be for you? All right. We got the King of Swords coming in. So a lot of mental energy coming in here. So a lot of clarity that comes in because the king has the Ace of Swords. So there is a lot of clarity that comes in over the next month. Um, for you. I was just making sure it was next month. Whatever month you mean, if that means this month or August, whatever you're meaning, spirit knows. So apply it that way. Um, but the King of Swords, they are also masters of communication, higher education, learning, and growing. So if you have an opportunity for any kind of training, anything coming in, it's very well supported for you too. But for the most part, it's cutting away old belief systems, small t truths about the supposed to be and the should be and the need to be and the have to be. Very much clearing that away, seeing things from that higher perspective that just gives you that high over picture view where you're like, oh, I get it. I see how everything fits together. And I make decisions based on that. So a lot of that in decision making, I feel like there's some important decision making that you make, but it's very wise, the decisions that you make because of this. Just need to close your eyes, step back, open your heart, connect higher, and then say, all right, so let me take a look here. Show me clarity around this, and you'll get it like that too. So I like that for you, Elena. That's what's coming in. Many blessings. And then Fire Spawn. Hello, you're curious. Will Sam read the message you wrote recently? You know, we got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is very much this homebody, this feeling of home and security in the outside world. So when I'm looking at their energy, it's what's going on with Sam. I feel like they're just being, I don't know. It feels like at distracted or with home life, with just nesting, with it just almost feels hermity in a way where I just feel like they're kind of not checking a whole lot of stuff. And if it's, I don't know if it's a message on, if it's not a text, I feel like they're barely looking at texts. Anything else, I feel like they're kind of taking a social media break or any kind of dating app media, whatever break. They're just kind of focusing on home. Um, right now, either going home, being with family, friends, that kind of thing. There's something that's just taking them into this pocket away from everything right now. So I don't feel like they're going to read it for a while, um, if at all, if they catch up on stuff. I just feel like they're really detached right now. So that's what's coming in Fire Spawn. Very interesting. All right. Well, that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, that was it for the second portion. Let me bring over some more names here. So thank you guys again for your patience as we're making our way. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. So let me just type these names down. Oops. Yeah, I did spell that right. All right. Even if they don't think I did, I did. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So we just got not too many more to go here, but we still have a couple handfuls. So appreciate everyone's patience. So Livier Vergara, hello. You are up, and congratulations on also being one of the um, Zen Cricket YouTube channel membership winners. I knew you won something. All right, I want to know, will you travel to your dream vacation in early 2025? Let's take a look here. You have the possibilities here. Whenever we get like kind of a five, there's an opportunity, but there's some conflict between the head and the heart with it. So there is possibilities. It's just working through some fears, working through some beliefs, working through some conflicts, but it is possible for you to do it. You just kind of have to look into, okay, what am I fearing? What do I feel is blocking me? What obstacles do I feel there are there? And face those fears like, oh, I'm not going to have enough money. All right, well, that's not true. I can have enough money. What do I need to do? Let me put my budget together. Let me put how much money I'm going to want, blah, 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 blah. Put a plan together and then take action toward it, right? You can do it. Um, you know, if we're expecting it just to fall in our lap, uh-oh, no, this is about you looking at what do I feel my obstacles are? Let me and let me, you know, make these happen. Let me make these changes so that it's smooth. So I do feel with the five of swords that it's because it's conflict, but it's the transformation of conflict, and I like it. A lot of it's rooted in fears and thought and belief. So it's getting it all out on paper, get it down so you can see it, then put a budget and a plan together, and then you're like, all right, we're going to do this. I'm going to put away, you know, $25 a week toward it or whatever, whatever the dream is, and just find out what it's going to cost, do the research, then instead of focusing on wanting and desiring, focus on, all right, creator, this is what I want, and I'm going to do my part. Show me what I can do, and I'm grateful that you're bringing this and you're able to bring this to me. I know it's something I really, really want, and I'm thank you for bringing it to me. And then the gratitude helps you move towards it. And then they'll give you guidance. They'll show you steps. They'll bring opportunities to make an extra buck here or there, whatever. If money's the obstacle. But I love it for you. Very positive. So woohoo, yeehaw. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Sean G, you are up. So your question, guidance for the week. What do you need to know to make the week as prosperous as possible? All right. You got the judgment card here. Here's your higher self calling you to see things from a higher perspective, calling your human upward to see things differently. I feel like it's like a lot of times it's like about living a dream. I suddenly have a pain in my neck. So it's like getting rid of the pain in your neck, the stress, letting the stress go, giving everything over to the creator. What are you so serious about? What are you trying to control? Let go of control. See things from a higher perspective. Um, And when we let go and we start having gratitude for what is, then that brings prosperity. If I'm focusing, control of things and go, get and go and gather, then it chases things away. The example that spirit brings back right now is like at one point in my in corporate life, I was like giving 400%, right? Trying to get promotion, trying to get bonuses, trying to get um, raises and all this stuff. And when I would give 400%, I would meet expectations. And I'm like, really? After all that, that's a meet? And they're like, that was their, management's that was their perception, but that was actually the universe, how the universe energy works. I was wanting, I felt I was missing something, and when I focus on that, I tell the universe, I enjoy wanting and missing but not having. I like that. So they, oh, let's keep it away from you. And then after I didn't get it, after I almost had a nervous breakdown with as much energy as I was investing, I was like, fine, I'm just gonna stop trying and I'm just going to enjoy what I have. I'm so grateful that I have this job with what I make already. I make plenty of money at the time and all that. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to return back to my why. Why am I doing this? I love helping customers. I love helping my representatives, my peers, my boss, the company. I'm just going to do that. And with doing a fourth amount of work, a fourth of it, I got promotions, I got huge raises and bonuses. And I'm just like, what? But that's the whole energy of gratitude. Release everything and enjoy the moment. And then here's prosperity. Here's how you make the most of it. as possible is letting go and enjoying the moment and having gratitude for what is. The drive and the wanting, the needing just pushes it all away, and it's amazing how that works. Hadn't known. I'm like, "Why is this happening? It doesn't make sense to the human brain," but it makes sense with energy when we realize the world is energy, and when we understand what that energy means and feels like and is asking for, we can change it. So I feel like that's what they have for you, Shanji. Hopefully that makes sense. But many blessings to you. All right. Sorry, getting parched here. Let me take another sip here. All right. So, Melissa Hodzik, hey dear. So, will you manage to find at least a short holiday this summer? Wow. Yes. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. This is abundance and fulfillment opportunities of the outside world coming in here. So, you can definitely hear. I feel like there's going to be some sort of abundance that comes into your life in some way that allows you the space for a break, for this adventure that comes in here. Um, so you'll be able to find it and have one here. Um, just how, and we've been talking about gratitude again. It just feels like uh, instead of wanting it, just be thankful for it that it's coming and focus that energy on that, and you will see this, transformation that comes with that. The opportunity going, you know what, creator, spirit, I would really love a vacation. And can you bring me the opportunity, the time and the money? I'm so grateful. And then just release it to them and just focus on the gratitude that thank you for bringing it to me. Let that energy, let that be it there, let that be the your focus of your energy, right? Otherwise, if I want a vacation, then I tell the universe I enjoy wanting to have a vacation but not having one. If that makes sense. So I definitely feel like you have the ability there. um just it's like changing the worthiness, looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world is I deserve one and I would like one and thank you for bringing me one and I'm so grateful. Excuse me, hiccup. And if you even make a list of all, if any vacations or time off you had before, the things you loved about the time off and the gratitude around those things. Oh, I'm so grateful for that time, blah blah blah, and I'm grateful for that time, blah blah blah, and I'm grateful for that, and for that, and I like that. So that kind of changes the energy and draws it to you as well. So I like that. All right, so that's what they have for you, Melissa. Many blessings. And then Nelia Maderos, hello, hello. So your free reading, general reading, absolutely. All right. Drama. So, you know, you have an opportunity for drama enveloping around you here. And they're saying here, you can sit in the eye of the storm and just watch it happen. You do not have to accept the invitation if you don't want. If you want drama, well, you're going to have the opportunity to get engaged in it if you are wanting to, but you don't have to. You can release yourself from solving everyone's problems. It's like, oh, that person's mad at me and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, wow, well, my relationship with you is our business. My relationship with them is my business. The relationship between you two is your business. So it's reminding me of if you watched Harry Potter, there was a time when Ron and Harry Potter, they were, at odds and they got Hermione in the middle and like, tell him blah, 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 blah. And she went over, da, 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 da. And he's like, what? And she goes, don't make me repeat it. And he's like, well, tell her blah, blah. And she goes, I'm not an owl, because owls are where they use to communicate and send letters. And I feel like that's what they're saying. You're not an owl. Let them all deal with their own stuff, deal with your independent relationships with people, but their problems are their own, not yours. You can learn and glean from watching the drama. There's always a moral to the story, the dramatic act that's unfolding. You're going to see the victim and the villains and the heroes. You're going to learn about your own life by looking at theirs, but you don't have to be involved in the drama. I like it. So that's what they have for you right now, Nelia. So many blessings to you. Right. Right. And then up next, we have Alphonse Foussier. Hello, hello. Good morning to you. Well, it's good evening to you now. You want to know what is coming up for you regarding love and relationships. All right. You got the power of choice coming in here. There is victory, there is movement. But a big piece of what you're learning is about the power of choice, because that's what this chariot card really represents for me. That every moment in life, things are just happening in the outside world, but I get to choose the story I put to things, the emotion as I feel as I go through it, the energy I put forward, and the physical choices I make. I can't control anyone else's, but I can control mine. I can make it easier or harder for people to choose fear or unconditional love, but ultimately they're going to make their own decisions. But I am the one that's choosing the stories of my life, and whatever I focus my energy on is what grows and expands, right? So it's an important time right now. Um, Things can come in faster and sooner if you start looking at your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around love and relationships. Anything rooted in fear, expectations are small t truths rooted in fear, like should, supposed to, need to, have to, must, oughta. Those things are controlling things. Those are things that cage the heart, cage the mind, and doesn't allow it to be free. And that's what, when we have a lot of expectations, then that's what smothers a relationship, right? Because when we meet somebody and we have no expectations, they're this, we think they're wonderful. They meet us, they think we're wonderful. There's no expectations, right? And as we get to know them, we start dating exclusively, our expectations can start to rise. They don't have to, but we're taught all this. Oh, this means this. This is all that comes with that package now. But, and then we get engaged and then we get married and suddenly we're like, why did they change? And like they didn't change, our expectations changed. But when we have all these expectations, this is we're just talking about thinking and our thoughts and beliefs, all this stuff we've been taught all our life, what a relationship should be, who they're supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be, how it's supposed to unfold. When I have these expectations, it sucks the life out of a relationship because I'm focusing on what's not happening, who someone is not being, who I'm not being, and then that just downward spirals, right? But if I instead, can you imagine a relationship where all you focused on was what you're grateful for in someone? And you tell them that sincerely with examples, you know what I appreciate about you? What? What's that? Like, what? This is not normal. What are you doing? You're like, you know what I love about you is that you never give up on your friends. When your friend so and so was pushing you away and because they were going through stuff and they, were, trying to push everything away and you wouldn't let them and you helped them and you saved their life. I mean, you changed their life. And I love that, and they're like, wow. And if you tell them all the time, who doesn't want to be in a relationship where they're appreciated and we're telling them what we love about them, not expectations, not any of those things. It's all just wanting you to know that. And they're like, cool. And then that grows that. So it's us releasing these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets of fear that don't serve us. Emotions, we get to choose our emotion in each moment, our energy, our physical actions. But I feel like say start with those beliefs, because if we don't change those things, we're going to continue to do what we've always done and get what we've always gotten, right? And we're done with that. We're tired of these relationships. And then, right? Look how amazing. And um, and that helps. I know in the last one, you might they're bringing back that, if we have like this um pushing because we're our fears are pushing us to, I've got to have this relationship, we need this, I need to get to this point. So and my inner child feels unsafe and out of control, so it's trying to control you and get you into this box, and they're like, I don't be in no box. When we're just grateful, then we don't have to try to trap them, they just want to be with us, right? Because we are truly sincerely appreciative of who they are. So hopefully that helps, Alphonse. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings. All right, let's bring these up over here. And then we have Capri Chasma, maybe. I might not be saying that correctly. My apologies. New subscriber. Hello, welcome from Belgium. You might be asleep right now. Um, so good morning to you. And you're absolutely, thank you for your gratitude there. And your question is, could you be a good tarot reader? This is no joke. Yeah, the Five of Cups. You definitely can. This is a transformation of emotion, right? And you definitely can. Um, Really, everybody can be a tarot reader because we all can channel and communicate with spirit. Some of us have a natural tendency toward it because I've got like a stellium, which means like 3, 4, or more planets in a suit in Pisces, and a bunch of other things in my chart that just, like, I had a friend of mine who was a master astrologer. They look at my chart and go, "You had no choice but to do spiritual stuff with your life." Usually I say people can, but you had no choice. But everyone can. And it's all about the Five of Cups is raising your vibration. Um, so it's the clarity that's important in reading, right? And bringing messages from spirit. If it's a staticky, connection, we're going to hear words, every other word. And we're going to be like, blah, blah, blah. And people are going, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. It doesn't resonate. But and so what I mean by clarity is, so spirit speaks at a high vibration, a high frequency of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude. So if we raise our vibration to that, then we can hear messages really clearly, right? But if we're in lower vibration, rooted in like fears, and that's very noisy and it's hard for us to hear. So with the Five of Cups, it's all about transforming those emotions, our emotions, instead of being lower vibrational, transform to higher vibrational, and we can click in. And I'm not, I'm not at that 100% all throughout the day. When I go to channel, when I go to this, then my frequency, it raises to that. And then I can, you know, get involved. I can see a video on politics going on, and I'm like, blah, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, um, you know, that kind of thing. And I can be in noisy vibration, and when I'm used to being at a higher vibration a lot, that is very, very noisy and it stands out, but I still experience it. But when I do readings, I do put myself in a higher vibration so that I can hear more clearly. So all that to say, absolutely yes. Just look at um, raising the love vibration, and you can learn the voices, because we have all those voices of fear that are very loud. And as we lower our fear and raise our love, that's what brings in clarity. And then we start, listening to creator and spirit, and what messages do they have that come through. So absolutely, I feel like you could. Right? So that's what they have for you, and welcome to the channel. Many blessings. Hope to see you some more. All right, and then we have Alice. So Alice, if you break up with Harris, how will he feel, think, and react, and will he come back? All right, let's take a look here. If you break up with Harris, that it's like the little child in him will feel free, and um, this is abundance, bright, the little kid running off with the horse. You know, I think this energy that we've been feeling with Harris, or at least what I'm feeling right now, they just feel they don't want to be trapped, they don't want to be imprisoned, they don't want to be um, feel less than. They're reminding me I was actually engaged to be engaged, gosh, 30 years ago or more, maybe even longer than that, probably. Yeah. And we were engaged again because we were talking about it, you know. I was a good little Christian boy back then, you know. We're just like, yeah, we're going to become missionaries and all sorts of fun stuff. And um, we went looking at rings, and you know, we were looking like we were thinking like, are we going to end up over like in Africa or somewhere really remote? And so we're like just bands so that we know this is our dedication to other that we're married, our commitment, a sign of commitment, right? And she was fine with it until she started talking to her friends at work who were telling her, "Oh no, the size of the ring on your finger tells you how much they love you." And so she had that discussion with me, and things kind of started downward spiraling because, you know, I was like, well, I just kind of have trouble that I'm gonna if you know, I go somewhere and I come back in the village that we're in, and your finger's missing because you wouldn't let go of the ring, and that ring would be enough to feed the entire village for a year. You know, I can't see that making sense. And I think my commitment to you would show everyone how much I love you, not the size of the ring. So we had this little stuff, and there was actually this prophet that was coming through in Christianity that came through, and the message she actually there was a message for me that I got in this group of people who we were with, and then she got a message about a false person being in her life, and that wasn't the one for her. And when we went outside, we had gone in separate cars. She came up to me and said, "Oh, what do you think of that?" And I'm like, she goes, "I think you're the false one." And I was smiling. And she goes, "Why are you smiling?" And I'm like, "Because I agree. I don't feel like we were meant for, you know, to go any further." So gave her a hug and I wished her well. And but I had this smile. That's what this reminded me of, is that they felt relieved that they were escaping something that they don't feel that they want to be in, you know. And I feel like this is what will happen here, is that they will, you know, the relief will come in there. It's like, oh, okay, you know, I'm not going to hurt someone, I'm not going to disappoint someone. I'm not there's we're avoiding a lot of conflict, and because I'm not ready, I don't feel like I can give her what she wanted. And I feel like that's the way he feels. I can't give you what you want because you want love, and I don't love myself. I can't give love. So I feel like they'll be like, no, right? Like, and I don't feel they'll come back. And if you're breaking up with them to get their attention, that's manipulation, and you don't want to play that game. That doesn't end well because people don't like to be manipulated. Like, I'm going to play a game and break up with you to have you chase after me. I learned that. I used to do that. That's why I'm saying it. My third relationship that, yeah, I used to and leave a room or walk out of the house and expect them to chase after me. And they would be like, listen, if you want to walk, walk. If you want to talk, talk. But I'm not going to put up with this manipulation BS. I was like, what? And I realized, oh my God, I hadn't realized that's what I was doing. It's passed down from generation to generation. It's what humans are taught. You don't get your way, you act upset, crying. And if that doesn't work, you act upset, bully, and anger, sometimes physical. That doesn't work, then you go to rejection. And then if that doesn't work, we start over and then we cry about my rejection not working. Why didn't you come after me after I rejected you? You know, so what we're taught as humans, it doesn't work. It always So communicate truly what you want. And if you're like, you know what, I don't think you can give me what I need, and I don't think I can give you what you need. And then, you know, release, look at what you learn from this situation and grow from it. And then um, that changes things, right? So hopefully that helps, Alice. But I feel like with that sun card, they'll think like, okay, good. I feel, you know, relief. The stress is gone. The fear of failing is gone, is really what is at the core of it. So, right, so hang in there, my dear. Many blessings to you. All right. And then new love, you are up. So, what is coming In love this month. All right. We have the Six of Wands, which is mutual attraction. So there is not maybe not love, but there's attraction at least there, where you're physically and energetically attracted to somebody and they are the same. It's victory, it's movement, it's passion, though it's not cups, it's not hearts. The heart, it's body and energy, this drawing towards someone. So I do feel like you'll have that come in here, but um, at least it starts there. It is victory. It feels exciting. It feels like promising. Um, but that's all they're shielding. They're shielding the rest of it for me. And I feel like it's important for you just to sit in that and see what unfolds with that. But it's mutual. And yeah, and I feel like they're trying to don't get ahead of yourself. Just enjoy the moment. Enjoy what is, not pushing towards something further. Enjoy for what it is in the moment. And it doesn't mean that there's nothing that comes forward, but I feel like there's this because they're not letting you see it. They're like, just enjoy the moment. But can I just see past it? No, 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 no. They're like, don't look there. Look at so that's what's coming in for you there, new love. So I feel like you will have this attraction, mutual attraction, but enjoy it, um, in moment to moment and just see what unfolds. Enjoy the adventure. I know that. All right. That's what they have for you, new love. So many blessings. All right. So we're down to the final four here. So thank you guys for your patience here. Let me just jot these names down really lickety split here. And after I'm done, oops, I will um, post the message listing all of the names, which there's quite a list. All right. So, Eagle, you are up next. You want to know, is RH happy in his new job? I feel like they are. They have the magician card in here. They really feel motivated. They really feel a lot of fire. And I feel like they can go places, that there's a lot of opportunities. And this is where this magician, it's fiery. It's for me, it's like feels new. It feels different. It feels like they can use a lot of their skills and there's a lot of opportunities they can grow and use their skills. So I feel like they feel happy about it right now. Um, it feels fresh. It feels new with the magician being card number one. There's a caution of um, honoring their gifts and honoring who they are, because if they go from job to job because they don't feel appreciated, it's because they don't truly appreciate who they are. And so this mirror is showing it. So if they can truly get to a place where they appreciate who they are, then I like that kind of energy coming in there. So, but I feel like that's a yes on their ego. So hopefully that helps. But they feel happy, so that's good. So many blessings to you. And then CJ, you want a financial reading for this month? All right. We have the Four of Wands. There's a lot of stable energy, and this is celebration and happiness and that. And I like this joy. So I feel like it's a solid month here for you. And when we look at the finances, when I get like a joy card, and sorry, I just need to crack my back. You know, there's this important awareness that if I don't celebrate what I have now, I don't get more because my energy isn't allowing it. So, attitude of gratitude so important. Sincere gratitude for the abundance and the finances you have now. Allow the space and the energy to raise your vibration to draw in more. If I'm not grateful for what I have now, and I'm just like, well, I have that, and I want more, or I'm missing. We talk a lot about energy on here. It's pushes it away instead. So this Four of Wands is saying, celebrate what finances you do have, and you will get more. It will bring in more. Focus on joy, celebration, all that gratitude, unconditional love, laugh, enjoyment. That draws in more things to be grateful for, including finances, right? So I like that very much. This, and might even have like enough coming in where there's a time for a joint, like a party, a celebration, some sort of adventure that you go somewhere. Because I just feel like this Four of Wands is like a, it's a gathering, it's a wedding. You're able to go somewhere, you're able to fly somewhere, you're able to do something. It's like a gathering like that. So I like it for you, CJ. That's what they have for you. So I feel it's like it's solid, but if you want more, gratitude will really do wonders. Okay. So many blessings to you. And then musical beer. Is your coworker jealous of me? Oh, okay. We got the justice card coming in here. Um, you know, there's this um, the justice card doesn't really spell out jealousy as much as it is more like fear, you know. And so jealousy really at its core is like a fear of someone being better than us. And this justice card, I feel like they're working out trying to see things differently. They got these lower beliefs about their worth, and they're trying to see higher and trying to, you know, step out of those. So it's not so much that they're jealous of you going, I want what you have. It's more that they feel like with what you're doing and who you are, I'm not that, and I'm less than, and I'm unworthy, and I'm not as good. So it's not, jealousy is more wanting what you have, and take years what you have away, right? This is more like seeing you, they compare themselves, how they're perceiving you, and they feel lower. And that's what you're probably picking up is more that they see you doing something, they're like, I suck, you know? And it's not like they don't want like, oh, I can't believe you're doing that. They're like, oh, because you're doing that, I'm nothing. It's that kind of energy that's coming in. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in. If you want to help them, you don't have to, but just saying, if you do, and there's no expectation or whatever, they're just giving you information. You can sincerely find what is great about them and give them some sort of appreciation, a little card, a little snack, something, and just say, I just want to say I appreciate you for what you do. This specifically, don't just say you're great here, because that's shallow and empty. When someone tells you like, what I love about you is how you um, help people. You're always ready to, lend a hand and help someone, like, so and so, where they were struggling, and I overheard you giving them advice and some hints on how they could improve that and help them perform, and get bonuses and stuff. So I love that about you. You're always a team player with that. I love that. So here, I got this for you. I wanted to say thank you. And they're like, what? That helps them realize, sincerely identify things that they're talented with. And that helps them realize maybe I don't suck as much as I think I do. All right. But that's what's coming in, musical beer. You don't have to do that, but I'm just saying. All right. All right. And then lastly, but definitely not leastly, we've got Lucky. If I missed anyone, my deepest apologies. I thought I got everyone. Um, so if I missed you, put a note on this video and just say, hey, you missed me. This was my question. And I'll see if I can put a little answer there out there for you. And otherwise, I'll be back on Friday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And in the meantime, if you want, more information, got a ton of content on my main page. I've got monthlies for July. I've got solstice readings about relationships for a 3-month forecast out there under the solstice ones. I've got pick a cards all about new moon, full moon, Cancer season, What else? What else? Oh, meditation. There where we go visit my podcast. All those things are free, plus a ton of other content. So be sure to check that out. Or if you're interested, I do offer personal readings. My relationship readings are on sale at half off. But all that information, if you check out the breadazen.com page or the description box of the video, has all that information too. So, all right, let's get into it, Lucky. So, is a definite trip planned by your spirit guides to meet up with Mr. T in person? You strongly feel positive. All right, let's take a look here. Well, girl, you got a 9 of Cups. Dreams come true. Card coming in here. This is like, you know, what can you say? If this is a dream come true, then this is a dream coming true, and there will definitely be plans for you to meet them. If this is your true dream come true, is this what your heart wants, your high heart, or is this what your mind wants? If it's what your mind wants, you might want to check in with your heart and go, heart, high heart, is this truly for me and what you want for me? Then it is. Boom, here it comes, right? So if not, then your true dream come true is going to come true, which either case it's a win-win, right? Because if you really are attracted to really want this to happen, and for some reason that's not your dream come true, it's going to be even more than that. So it's always a win-win with this card. So I love that for you. So there you go, Lucky. You're so lucky. All right. That's not Mr. T from the A team, right? Dun, 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 dun. All right. So many blessings, and thank you guys so much for all your patience in getting to your free readings here. As I said, here in a moment, I will be posting a comment on the video listing the order in which the readings were completed, and that you'll be able to find your reading much more faster as well. So in the meantime, before I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your lives, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.